of amendment on the rules or on the processes of running parliament, in my own thinking, is absolute rubbish. Does not make sense. It has never worked anywhere, and you're introducing it for what? If you're saying that the opposition should elect the leader of opposition, then who should elect the prime minister? If you want to elect leader of opposition, you should also elect the prime minister. But here you're distorting. A lot of what we have is from a parliamentary system, developed systems. We inherited a parliamentary system from Britain. Some people should study the British parliamentary system before they start coming up with amendments. It's like saying, I want to invent a square wheel. You can be granted leave to go and make a square wheel, but that square wheel will never transport anybody anywhere. So you're wasting people's time and everybody's resource. And now, is this the most important thing to do today? We have Ugandans starving in Karamoja. You now want amendment to meddle with NUP, to meddle with UPC? You want to govern Uganda. Ugandans are dying. Yet, most important thing, let's mess up with UPC. Let's mess up with NUP. Hospitals without medicines, let's mess with UPC. Let's mess with... Where's your priority? You're serving who? Mine is to serve the people of Uganda. Tell me about health. I can give you a whole complete system of how we can make the health system work for every citizen of Uganda and everywhere in Uganda. And I lean on that history. There are videos which have been going around where they're talking about the 22 hospitals, but people don't fully understand what the UPC plan was then. The plan then was to increase the beds, hospital beds available for citizens of Uganda by 78%, which rounded up to be about 8,800 to 8,900 beds. If you count 100 beds in 22 hospitals, those are 2,200 beds. What happened to the other 6,000 or the 6,600? Where were they? These were the dispensaries, the sub-dispensaries, to serve who? The people of Uganda. Where? Everywhere in Uganda. So when UPC says everybody, UPC, everywhere, UPC, we're talking about serving the people of Uganda everywhere where they are. That's where the hospital beds were. We can look for them. You can show them, I can show them. These are now the things which are now being called, district hospitals and what. Those were the dispensaries and sub-dispensaries built to serve the people of Uganda. Instead, we want to mess with UPC. If you want to mess with UPC, you come with better ideas. Come with ideas which will make Akena's ideas look like useless. That is when you can now start talking about messing with UPC. Otherwise, what are you doing? You're wasting everybody's time pretending to be leaders, yet you have nothing to offer the people of Uganda. Start with the idea. Some of us did not come here just thinking that. We start with the idea. Then you look for a way whereby you can stand in a position to be able to articulate that idea, to be able to be heard. Some people just arrive and they think that just because you're there, anything that comes out of your mouth will make sense. It does not make sense. It's not working. So, what do I have to say about this? This is nonsense. It is truly nonsense.
Apologies from my colleague and members of parliament, whom some of them are in the respective committee meetings, others have gone to the respective constituencies on LC1's election. I want to bring the message that is very clear from the members of the parliamentary caucus. I want to re-echo our position of stance on the press statement that we made on the 20th of this month about distancing ourselves from the masqueraders who are moving up and down and talking about members of the parliamentary caucus of UPC that we do not support the Uganda Flow 6 legitimacy of Jimmy James Akena as the party president. I want to declare this on a very clear ground that even a person who believes that members of the UPC parliamentary caucus, who are 12 in number, believes in whatever belongings that does not subscribe to the legitimacy of leadership of Honorable Jimmy James Michael Akena, let him or her bring it in broad daylight. Let him or her bring it and prove it to the same press position that all of us are gathered. On several platforms and forums, we are hearing statements that are coming from people whom we don't believe, and I have never met some of them. Some of us could have not even talked to one another. That members of UPC have gone across castigating that we don't support what is happening at Uganda House Floor 6 under the leadership of Jimmy James Michael Akena. Take it from me today that this is the position of the UPC Parliamentary Caucus. We subscribe to the stamps that were put on our nomination forms from this same floor under the stewardship of the current leadership. And we believe in the rules of law. The constitution of the Uganda People's Congress is what we believe upon, and it is what we treasure. We want to support and declare that whoever wants to take it from wherever EOC takes it, let it be in line with the party constitution. Let it be in a line that does not contravene the main supremacy of the mother law of this country. I want to say that as UPC Parliamentary Caucus, we are committed to respecting whoever is in authority. We are committed to respecting the rules of law. We are committed to respecting the constitution of the Uganda People's Congress. I want to appeal on behalf of the UPC Parliamentary Caucus, any organization, any CBO, any individuals who would wish to come and join Uganda People's Congress in the fight for the welfare of the people of Uganda is welcomed. But is not in whatever ways that you feel it should cause fights, it should cause divisionism, it should cause bloodshed in our party, in this country.
And the future of the children. We cannot compromise safety, and safety must be paramount. We must do everything in the power to make sure that the children learn in a safe environment. And that includes freedom from hunger. Freedom from hunger is a serious vice which is affecting the children. But at the same time, in the learning process, exposure to different environments, to different activities helps in the growth. So we should not be curtailing everything on the basis of curing one issue but not solving the whole problem. Overall, we must put safety first, but we must also look at the holistic development of our children. Not only in academics, they need to learn in agriculture, they need to get social skills, they need to get skills, economic skills. We want them to be entrepreneurs, we need to develop all these skills. If we give them all those skills, that is when they will be the student who we want, or the future which we want will be able to be achieved through them. But that means giving them a decent beginning, a decent education, and a future which they can bank on, a future which they can work on. So it's holistic, it's not one side. We should not be knee-jerk, but ultimately we must develop our children that they must be competitive with any child anywhere in the world.